All right, quiet on the set.
Take one.
Good morning, I'm Bob,
I'm Angel.
and this is Chalkwood Farm, our nuclear farmstead.
Farmstead?
Farmstead? No.
A farmstead.
We're idiots. Okay, we were tagged by Jason over at Cog Hill Farm, thank you very much, to do the 30 random facts about you. Random. And so that's what we're gonna do. We are gonna include things about myself, about Angel, about both of us, the kids. You'll see. One thing. Number one. I can't smell. The reason I can't smell is because I was electrocuted in the face as an infant. My mom was doing some ironing and she left me unattended. And I said, hey, that ironing cord looks like pretty tasty. So I took a big bite and zapped myself with 115 volts. Straight to the old cranium, snap, crackle, pop. Little dark cloud woke up, no sense of smell. I didn't know that I couldn't taste until I hit high school. All of the Skittles in the package to me tasted red. Still kind of how the way it is. Number two. I was trained to be a Czech linguist. A period of time that history refers to as the Cold War, but I like to call the good old days. I was a Czech linguist. I was in the army. I was in military intelligence, signal intercept.
I don't speak Czech.
Angel doesn't speak Czech, but that's one of the languages that I do speak.
And he says something really funny.
It's the only sentence that is grammatically correct in all of human language, as far as I understand, that contains 0 vowels.
No vowels.
Ready for it?
Ready.
Strch, prst, skrs, krk.
What does that mean?
I'm glad you asked.
I'm so glad I asked you.
It means stick your finger through your throat.
Comes in really handy if you just happen to be shot in the throat.
Strch, prst, skrs, krk. Which is easy to say.
No.
Exactly.
See? I'm a Czech linguist.
Number 3. Ready?
My favorite. Well, one of them.
I am a native-born Cajun. That's right. I'm a Cajun.
Cajun.
If I were back home, I would be saying things like, me, I'm a Cajun, me. Because that's how we talk on the bayou. I never actually picked up the accent. It only comes out when I'm down there amongst them.
Not just when he's down there.
She says there are things that I say that to her ears sound really cute, so she refused to tell me what they are, so I don't stop saying them that way,
Right.
and I have no idea what they are.
I love it.
Number 4.
Number 4, which happens to be third, or 3,
Or
3,
or 85th.
or 85th.
Because in 1985,
Oh, way back in history days.
way back in history
I was
days,
6. Keep that in mind. I was 6.
I was still in high school in Louisiana. I won 3rd place in my parish rifle team competition. Wasn't actually 3rd. I was actually 4th. I didn't place at all. But the sergeant major who was handing out the awards made a big deal about saying that the actual 3rd place winner had already gone home, so they had no choice but to give it to me. So I walked away with a trophy. Therefore, I'm the 3rd place rifle shot in all of Lafourche Parish for 1985. I know. But enough about me now.
What?
Let's talk about you.
I don't want to talk about me.
Well, I'll talk about you.
Okay.
She's beautiful.
No.
Yeah. My Angel grew up under
The world's largest ketchup bottle! Yes.
I know.
Shocking, I know.
There is a giant ketchup bottle in,
Collinsville, Illinois.
which is right across which river?
The Mississippi.
So yes, that is the home of the world's largest ketchup bottle.
And the home of horseradish. We have the National Horseradish Festival every year.
The world's horseradish capital of the world.
And don't look up ketchup with a K. You have to look it up like it's cat, like C-A-T, cat, sup.
Sup,
So,
cat?
so.
What's in this coffee?
I'll never tell.
All right,
Where's your
and
ponytails?
right here.
Oh, okay, that's right. Just one.
Here's a bonus thing.
Bonus!
The beard's name?
Steve.
So, okay, next. On to, that was number 5, was you were, lived in
Next to
the,
World's Largest Ketchup Bottle.
Within
I really
sight of.
kind of grew under it because I live down the street from where it is. You'd miss it if you were traveling through Collinsville. It's giant, but it's so not in a place where it's really called out. You go along the street and boom, there it's there. Oh, okay. I was the captain of the cheerleading squad in high school. I know, hard to believe. I'm such a sulker. I'm very inward. No, captain of the cheerleading squad. Woohoo!
oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. All my shoes are dancing shoes.
Except when I get 2 right boots.
Except when you get 2 right boots and we have to do weird things in Stockdales.
We just fight over things. He wants to buy me things and I say no.
We have dance battles.
We do. I win.
She wins
Every time.
every time. You are from Collinsville.
I grew up in Collinsville, but I'm not exactly from Collinsville.
So, Angel,
I was made in Pennsylvania, produced in Rome, Italy.
came right off the production line in Rome.
Yeah.
So, she's Italian. Oh, we're blurry. We're getting blurry.
Oh
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. We're back.
Oh,
We're back.
oh.
You guys okay?
no. You alright?
All right, good. Born in Rome. Dad was in the Air Force.
Air Force. My
And
dad
then-
was awesome.
And then you moved from Rome to where?
Nebraska.
Which is a lot like Rome.
Exactly like Rome. Marble tile floors and everything. No, corn. Corn, and,
Was there any more corn?
I think there was some corn.
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 But now we both live from the bayou to here on our nuclear homestead. Why do we call it our nuclear homestead?
Why is it the nuclear homestead? Well, I'll tell you why. I'll get to the interesting point. Because there is a nuclear power plant less than 20 miles from here.
Mhm.
I actually painted it once when we went camping. I'm not a good painter. No.
She
But I
is.
painted the nuclear power plant because it's interesting. But if we ever have a meltdown, then we're all fried.
But also, in addition to the nuclear power plant under whose mushroom cloud we live, the nuclear family is what we're modeling on our nuclear homestead. So it has 2 meanings. One, power plant, and one, the family. The family is the power plant of society. The homestead, the farm, is the power plant for the entire world. So that is kind of where that comes from. As far as chop wood goes, what do you do before enlightenment? Chop wood, carry water. But what do you do after enlightenment?
You chop wood and carry water.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
I have lived on all sides of the United States. Well, if you have your Google Maps up,
Google
you
Map
can
time!
ask Mr. Google Pants to find these places for you.
Cut off Louisiana.
And then I lived in Monterey, California. And then I lived in New York State on the shoreline within throwing distance of Lake Ontario, the Great Lakes region. And then for a short period of time, I lived in Massachusetts, which is
My favorite state!
right outside of Boston, Fort Devens, Mass, outside of Aya. North, south, all of
West and
them.
east.
West and east. And Angel,
I took up the middle. I decided, my future husband is going to live on all the coasts. I'm going to take over Nebraska and Illinois.
so that whole area, that heartland area, the land of the heart. Number 10, speaking of heart, speaking of Massachusetts.
I love Massachusetts. And I've always had an affinity for the state. But it wasn't until, 3 years ago? 2-3 years ago, when I was doing some Ancestry.com research on my family, that I found that my great ancestor helped found Hingham, Mass. Ah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, little seaside village just south of Boston.
Yep, so now that's on our bucket list to go visit Hingham, because while he lived in Boston and I lived in Boston, Never knew.
Never knew.
But we didn't live there at the same time.
No. I have 2 sisters, and this is number 11.
11!
Number 11. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother.
I have 2 brothers and a sister. But all of your brothers and sisters live in the same town that they were born, practically.
Practically, yeah.
My youngest brother lives in Illinois. My oldest brother lives in Pennsylvania. And my sister is all the way on the other side in Oregon. So...
And we are in the greater Southeast Appalachian co-prosperity sphere.
yes. Just what he said.
12.
12.
I drew a pencil drawing of Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. And after I shipped out for the Army, my mom entered it into an art contest at a local parish fair. It came in 2nd place, beating out at least 1 professional artist.
One professional artist beat you.
I don't know who won first, but the guy who won 3rd had an art business.
Really?
Yes.
Good job.
Number 13.
Lucky number 13.
Lucky number 13. To be superstitious.
That's why we're only a little stitious.
Road trip from Syracuse to New Orleans. The left front tire of my 1980 Trans Am fell off in Birmingham, Alabama.
Fell off. Just decided to go away.
And it only took about 2 hours to get everything back up together again, but it was an amazing 2 hours in Birmingham.
Did you butt?
I didn't even know that Big Bud existed at the time, but I was under the shadow of his gluteus.
Is a statue in Birmingham, also known as Vulcan. All right, but he's got his butt exposed. What's the little town that is constantly in view of the butt?
We're back.
And we're back. But Vulcan is the statue right outside of Birmingham. He's super cool. Look, here he comes. Here he comes. He wants to do a little dance. Do a little dance. Shake a little butt. Woohoo!
He's
yes.
a bobblehead and a bobble butt.
He's a bobble butt. You've heard of bubble butt, but now here's a bobble butt.
For some reason, the statue was cast. He's a cast iron staff. Cast iron, right? Well, not this, but the actual statue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, this is like plastic.
I think at this point he's been filled with concrete, but he was sculpted with his hind end exposed. His front is covered by a leather apron.
Thankfully, we don't want to see all that.
And he faces north
He's no David.
overlooking the city of Birmingham, paying homage to the industry there. But the neighborhood on the other side of the ridge, on the south side of the ridge, had it didn't matter what phase it was in, it was always a full moon.
Always a full moon.
Moving on, number 14.
14!
Mama is a next nut.
A next nut?
She's a next nut. Mama is
I can be a nut.
Number 14.
Number 14.
Mama is a next level knitter.
I love knitting.
She loves knitting.
I do. It's very calming, very soothing. I knit a lot of things. Hats, scarves, gloves, coasters, pretty things. Leaves. Ooh, leaves.
Yeah, not just a rectangle. This is like curves and stuff. It's all like H&L.
What I love doing, however, is double pointed. Ooh, two-sided. Oh. Anyway, I love it.
Love it. She's even taught me to knit. And Katie. And Luke, more or less.
Who are those people?
Those people are coming up.
Oh.
They're one of our other points.
Oh, okay. That'd be nice to know about.
Number 15. We're halfway there.
Halfway there!
Grew up on a farm.
I certainly didn't. Although you would think that I did because I grew up in the heartland.
In the heartland, surrounded by cows.
That go bzzz.
I grew up on the bayou. My father was a commercial fisherman who also worked offshore. He was a boat skipper, had a garden, duck hunter extraordinaire, trapper, lived off the land kind of person, but not a farmer.
Not a farmer.
We had chickens. The past few years, I've been leaning more and more toward growing our own food.
I didn't want chickens.
Mama, not so much. So 10 months ago, I was like, well, I guess we'll never have any chickens. Now, how many do we have?
19.
19.
We have 19.
We have 19 chickens.
We have a little piece of property that we live on.
Property, we don't mean 10 acres.
Oh no.
I mean like 1,000 square feet of dirt.
Right. Running around with little baby diapers on? I'm for it.
That would be kind of cool.
This one wants a yak.
I want a yak.
No.
16.
16.
We are the Brady Bunch. It's a story.
Did have 3 boys of his own. Jake, Sam, and Robert. All over the age of, well...
They're all grown. They're all
yeah,
over
they're
21.
all over 20. See, Robert, over 21 now?
I think so.
Wow. You think?
I don't know.
Okay. But me, I had Katie, John, and Luke. Katie, when we met, was 5 years ago, 12. Luke was 4. And John was...
He was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are my 3 that are still at home. His 3 not at home.
Flew the coop.
And
And
you know where
Alice.
Alice, where Alice's photo is normally when you watch the Brady Bunch. No, that's the grandson Vidic.
I'm a grandpa.
He's a grandpa.
Grandfather Dark Cloud. Loves Batman.
Yeah.
Mamo has a picture of herself at work wearing this. And she likes to, when work's been particularly tough, get in the Batmobile, which is Betty, our car, and drive home listening to Hailstorm, which we also love,
Yeah.
wearing this mask in traffic.
Yeah. I do.
We've had people stop and point and laugh, and people like tapping each other. Hey, look at that lady over there. So it's a lot of fun.
I'm the crazy lady.
They're also huge. Who fan?
Huge. Yes. Okay, we've thoroughly expressed our nerdiness now.
Well, not
Super
thorough. Just
No,
just for that
because
one, because we haven't
more.
even talked about Star Trek,
Yeah. Star Wars.
Star Wars. She had
Anyway, Doctor Who.
Anyway,
So, we're movie nerds and TV nerds, but what else are we nerdy about?
we're also book nerds.
I wouldn't say book nerds.
Well,
You read way more than I do.
but okay, for instance, I'm a through reader of Stephen King's Dark Tower series.
Right.
All of the books, including Went Through the Keyhole. Looking forward to the movie. Don't care about the controversy. I'm just looking forward to it.
Are you going to watch the new It?
I'm gonna watch a new
Is that the one with the clown?
That's the one with
Okay, so-
Pennywise, yeah.
Oh, well, I just noticed the clown.
Yeah.
So you're going to watch the new movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't, you know.
I know.
Okay. They scare me.
What are you nerdy about?
JFK.
JFK.
JFK. Okay. In school, we had to read about a president, figure everything out. Well, I went back to the aunt and uncle and like, hey, aunt and uncle, you're living in Dallas. Why don't you send me some stuff? And they're like, okay, sure. Let me send you all of this stuff about the school book depository and the kind of gun that he shot him with and the motorcade and the route and all this stuff. And I just couldn't get enough. Well, it hasn't gone anywhere. I am obsessed with JFK.
There are so many books, not just about the president, but the entire Kennedy family in our library. Mm-hmm. We've seen documentaries, which will lead us to another point here in a moment. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Angel is a huge JFK fan. In fact, big piece of history, huge history buff here, specifically with JFK. Number 21.
My favorite.
We have musical children.
We do. And like guitar,
Yeah.
drums,
Yeah.
voice,
Yeah.
trumpet,
Yeah. Flute.
flute,
Yeah. Remains to be seen what Vidic will play, the grandson.
the grandson. Yeah.
But I'm sure he'll pick something up.
Love it.
Love it. Number 22. When Mama is sick, there's only one thing that makes her feel better, and that is watching westerns. Specifically, John Wayne westerns. Specifically, Angel and the Bad Man. Put that on, she feels better. It's
Magical.
Now, do you like westerns in general?
I don't usually watch them.
Don't usually watch them. I could just tune into the Western Channel all day long.
Bonanza, probably.
Number 23. When Mama was younger, she wanted to be a DJ.
A DJ on the radio.
Yeah.
What?
I know, right?
Do you know how that started?
How?
Do you remember back in like 93, 94, the song Rump Shaker? This is before twerking.
No. I don't.
Really? You
I
don't remember Rump Shaker?
No. I
Well,
don't remember Rump Shaker.
I was the first one in my school to hear it, and I told everyone about it, and I'm like, that's cool. Maybe I should be a DJ. And
Number 24. On our first date,
yes,
I learned that Mama hates the outdoors.
he loves the outdoors.
I could live in a hole in the ground.
No,
Mama couldn't.
no,
Mama has very bad allergies.
wicked bad.
So living here where we do, this is a daily staple.
Sometimes twice a day.
Yeah, the 24-hour tablets, peak
8
season.
hours.
Might last 8 hours, yeah. So there's a good reason. And she had never been camping, never spent a night overnight in the tent.
But this girl's camping now, and I'm okay with the outdoors as long as there's no bugs, dirt, or, gross things.
Or excessive temperature.
Or heat. No. Camping. Don't get me wrong. I do go camping now. I've learned how to fish.
And fishing, yes.
Yeah.
Fishing.
So, I mean, I'm not totally an indoor kind of girl, but I'm an indoor kind of girl.
For having a big garden, raising chickens, and having been camping and shooting and fishing and hiking and biking and all that, you're not a total indoor kind of girl, no.
I'm an indoor kind of girl.
But you
That's-
Number 25.
25. We're almost there.
We're going to do our 3 favorite books.
Okay, you
Mama?
first.
No, you go first.
No, you first.
No, you
No,
go
you
first. No,
first.
you go
No,
first,
you-
because I have more than 3.
Okay, that's true. So, 3 favorite books. I love real things, non-fiction, non-fake things. So, things like, I don't know, the autobiography of Ryan White.
Who was Ryan White?
Ryan White was a sweet little boy who contracted the AIDS virus because of a blood transfusion because he was a hemophiliac.
Like yesterday?
No, like in the early 80s. I know.
That's the bad time for
Bad
people
time.
with HIV and
Yeah.
AIDS.
And it wasn't really understood, and he got kicked out of school. And it was really sad. And when I picked the book up when I was very small, he was probably, had babies by then.
It's already 100.
Right. But when I picked it up and I read it, I just cried for this family, the White family, and everything that they went through. So it was really sad. But that's still my favorite book to this day. Love it.
And the next?
11/22/63. I know, shocking. Another Kennedy reference. But this one's from Stephen King, and I don't know how many of you have read it or even know about it or watched the miniseries on Hulu. Plug. But it's really good. It's fact-based, sort of, kind of. I encourage you to read the book because books are always better. And even the Who,
Dan?
my people. The Immortal Irishman. Goes on about the life of Thomas Maker and everything that he did to really make a name for himself and the trials and tribulations that he had to go through to become who he is legendary for. Read that one too. It's awesome.
Really good one.
Yeah.
My list of my 3 favorite books are actually book series because each one, I can't pick 3 books.
I can.
The Dark Tower series, previously referenced.
Mm-hmm.
Read them, reread them. Looking forward to the movie. Series is the Lord of the Rings series. You could lump C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia in with that because they're kind of similar in sort of a way, but still. I love almost everything that I've read by Tolkien, and I've read a lot. I think I read his laundry list. There were 2 shirts, no starch.
No starch. No starch.
So, anyway,
some ties.
I know that The Hobbit is probably everybody's favorite, and it's kind of the popcorn book. Lord of the Rings is the more serious, the one they made the movies about. I like Silmarillion. I like First Age. I like Unfinished Tales. I like stuff that don't really fit in the whole Tolkien universe, but I totally like it. Next is a lesser known series, The Chronicles of Amber by Roger Zelazny. Award-winning fantasy author from the 60s and 70s. He's gone to fight evil in another dimension at this point. But that would be it as far as my 3 favorite books series are concerned. 26. Because I read a lot of weird things, I am a master of useless trivia.
Hey, what was that thing that did the thing back in the thing?
It was that thing.
Oh, cool.
Do you mean the longest word in the Native American language?
Yes.
Meka dewa gametiwe yawaniniwak?
Yes. Say it again.
The Blackwater River.
Well, how's it said again?
Meka dewa gametiwe yawaniniwak.
I didn't know that.
One word.
But he got
27. Mama is a huge baseball fan.
me?
Mama.
The Red Sox.
Ah.
I dropped my ball.
Even our chickens are baseball fans.
Yes, that's not a real egg.
It's
Don't
not,
be.
look, it's totally...
Totally
look,
plastic.
See, it's plastic.
But I love baseball. And guess what? It's baseball season. But huge Red Sox fan. Even have it tattooed on my side right
Want to
here.
show?
Art?
And ink and paint and
Ink?
tattoos and stuff like
What?
that. Arc.
Arc?
Favorite painter?
Painter. Oh.
Yes.
I love Vincent van Gogh.
And I love...
Or Van Gogh, as the British say.
And I love Vincent van Gogh also. This was something that we both arrived at independently before we met each other. My favorite work of his is the Peasant Boots. I know he did several of them, but just his depiction of the footwear of a working class peasant. I'm like, you know what? That, to me, that's a self-portrait.
I love the sunflowers personally. I like his texture and color. I love it.
Yeah.
We love him.
Which ties back into Doctor Who, if you do your research.
Yeah, do your research. It's totally cool.
Because the Doctor and Vincent were buds.
You're
They
like
hung out.
this.
Yeah. All right. For a dream vacation, where would you like to go, honey?
Ireland.
Okay. We would like to go to... I would love to go to Ireland, spend a month there, check all the counties out. I would love to fly fish for trout in all of the rivers.
I just want to be part of the little Irish town. I don't want to stay in a hotel. I don't want to be part of the tourists. I want to pretend like I live there. And then maybe we will.
Maybe we will. I see Scotland. I've always had an affinity for Scotland. And while we're there, I'd like to just hop on over to Scandinavia. Because, and Wales, part of my ancestry, which I learned thanks to Mama, is that I am Welsh, part Welsh. And my bloodline through my mom's dad goes all the way back. I traced it back like 1,500 years. And my ancestors were the kings of Wales. I have the funny part is the French side of me came from a part of northern France, Limousin, that was settled by Vikings. And my name means the red-haired woman. See that? Huh?
It was fate.
So I'm thinking that the part of me that is French is actually Scandinavian, descendant of Vikings who died fighting Welsh, who died fighting Vikings. So I'm kind of conflicted.
I'm not. I'm Irish.
But also, and speaking of quitting, this is a very serious topic. We talk about a lot of things in this place, here in Shopwood Farm, on our nuclear homestead. Number 30, the one thing that we cannot discuss, me being from Louisiana,
And me, not from Louisiana.
is the war of northern aggression.
It is not. Stop it. You cannot refer to it like that.
It's the the Second American Revolution.
The Civil War. We can't, because he thinks he's right. I know that I'm right, but he's too stubborn to understand.
I'm not stubborn.
Yes, you are.
I'm stupid.
You're not stupid. You just chose the wrong side.
I'm not sure to this day that it was the wrong side.
It's the wrong side.
We can't talk about it.
We can't, because we went to a Civil War reenactment and we actually got angry with each other.
Yes.
We got
it was
angry.
crazy. I'm like, we can't keep doing this.
No. So we've just decided that is a non-issue.
For us.
That's 30.
That's 30. We'll make it through all 30.
Yay! We did it.
For tuning in.
Thanks.
Don't forget to give us a like, comment, and a subscribe.
Please subscribe. We love doing these videos, and if we don't have anybody to share our passions with or kookiness with, then why do these? So subscribe.
Thanks again.
See you.
Bye.